Hi everybody. Today is May 14th, Sunday. Happy Mother's Day out there to all you mothers. Today I am going to do a reading, a guided reading on America's Pulse. Interestingly enough, I realized when I was saving the introduction to this video that almost exactly to the day, I did a video called America's Pulse, and a year later my guides have directed me back to the same topic a year later. Wow. I was really shocked. I had completely forgotten that I had done that, but I think it is time to take America's Pulse again after a year has passed, because we certainly are going, or we feel like we're going through some things. There's a lot happening, right? There's some amazing things happening right now, like the E. Jean Carroll victory against Trump, where he was found guilty of sexual assault by a jury of his peers in New York. There is the arrest of George Santos for fraud and embezzlement. I'm not sure. There's a list of his charges actually that I have been brought against him at the in the introduction of this video. 13 charges. And then yesterday the FBI raided Trump properties, I believe in Florida, and these properties belong to Russians. It's an area that's called Little Moscow. So there was a raid, another raid. On the other hand, there's a lot of upset about the Trump rally that CNN aired. I did view some of that through one of the YouTube influencers that I watch, like a journalist or something. I kind of need to watch those kinds of things, even though they really make me cringe. But it's interesting in a way because Trump is out of his mind. Not that he hasn't always been, but it's just even more narcissistic and egomaniac. Somebody who's, because he is so narcissistic and so egomaniacal, he's incriminating himself. So the things that he talked about or admitted to as he was giving that town hall, quotation marks again. Sorry, I don't want to use this too much, but that's quotation marks. He admitted to taking the documents and possibly giving them to other people and all kinds of stuff for Jack Smith and others to grab. And he also defamed E. Jean Carroll again. So there was that aspect of things. And there's the battle regarding the passage of our budget and raising the debt ceiling, and it's a GOP all drama and ridiculousness. And then there's Biden, who is trying to find a way to just go ahead and pass it. I think it's in the Constitution that he has a duty to pass the budget and the ceiling limit, because that is necessary and crucial for American survival and financially, and also for security and everything else. And so there's that hoopla going on where you see the GOP wanting to just slash everything and being as obnoxious as possible and threatening that they're not going to pass it. And so this reading is really looking at that and just where we are right now. Oh, there's also our worry about gun violence, and I think things escape me right now, but there are other things that are bothering us. Okay, so the guides gave me this card, the Empress, that is representing America. This is us. And we're looking at what's going on, and We're wondering about our fate here. This is the American experience, Lady Liberty. Above is the Nine of Swords. This is anxiety. This is a lot of us having a lot of anxiety regarding what's going on with all the violence, and we're being told by the pundits that Trump could possibly win again, and what would that look like? And this is us worrying about all kinds of things and trying to keep our hearts safe, trying to protect ourselves. But we're up at night, scared, and feeling powerless in some instances. So this card is the Tower. So this is in the past position. This is a Celtic cross that I'm reading from. And this is the effects of the attempted coup on our government, and Trump and the MAGA and the white supremacists, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, still impacting us. This threat, because we can see that even though they were unsuccessful, many of the actual insurrectionists have been punished. People like Jim Jordan, Trump himself, and all of them, crazy MAGA, are still, there's still fallout from this, because we can see that they still intend to complete this coup. We're still impatiently waiting for the higher-ups to get their punishment and for us to see justice. Underneath is the Magician, and I have done several videos regarding the media, especially the last one on Elon Musk and the use of social media to make us believe that the MAGA, the GOP, Trump himself, are still players in the majority of the, or at least 50% of the American belief or support. But that's not true. It's not half MAGA, half not MAGA. It's a small minority of people who still really support Trump. But you have like the town hall gaslighting us, only choosing Republicans to be in the audience who are loyal to Trump, to give this impression that the race is on. There's speculation as to why this is. Let's say this is Chris Licht. You can say Rupert Murdoch, and of course, behind it all, Putin, and the GOP, to give us a sense that we are this close to having another GOP president. DeSantis is another player here. But it's smoke and mirrors, because the reality is that Biden is very popular. He would be more popular if this wasn't happening to us, trying to make us believe that Biden is weak and Biden is too old, and Kamala Harris is stupid, and whatever it is. But this is a powerful force, and it's it's one of the major things that or the major influences, I should say, that is causing this anxiety. But it's not real. It's not really representing reality. In the future, they show me the Queen of Swords. So through all this fog, all this smoke and mirrors, all this gaslighting, comes strong voices, and they say these are women in the government, not just one, but strong voices of women who cut through the gaslighting and speak the truth to power, and they bring light. They put things into a whole nother perspective for us. the clarifying card is related to the debt ceiling, the passing of the budget. So this is the Three of Pentacles, which really means how the sausage gets made. We may look and see or we may be looking at and hearing the blather that's going on, and this battle that is all a lot of hot air from Kevin McCarthy and the GOP. And then Biden is very strongly articulating that he's not going to allow them to destroy all the gains that his administration has made by slashing the budget that's going to, the infrastructure program, etc. But behind the scenes, the real deals are being made that we may not even, if we knew about them, seem related at all to the passing of the raising of the debt ceiling. And it's all about wanting this and wanting that, and giving and taking and cutting deals, and we don't really know what those are. But that's how it always is, I think, when we get to this point. And this is also clarifying it, and it's again saying, well, this is regarding the passing of the debt ceiling, raising the debt ceiling, and allowing us to pay our bills. The outcome is the Six of Wands, and the guys are saying, it's going to get passed. Calm down, everybody. It's just a lot of drama. It's a lot of politics. Biden will be victorious, and we'll be on our way again. And I do believe that when the Democrats become more powerful, which I hope is soon, hey, DeSantis is down, although I think he can still be part of the Congress. I don't think he'll be able to make his votes when he's in prison. And others are, my guides said others are going that way too. Then there's going to be legislation passed so that we don't run into this again. I'm not sure how soon that's going to be, but I do think that's going to happen. Because it's ridiculous to have to put our country up for ransom for some political hoopla that in the end just causes a lot of drama and anxiety, and then dissipates as we go on to the next cycle. I think things are going to change regarding that. So that is my reading on America's pulse. How are you doing? What's your pulse like? It's unfortunate that the media has become such a force dedicated to gaslighting and supporting the MAGA agenda or the GOP agenda, or at least, if not supporting it, trying to make it look like it's 50%, like it's really a whataboutism. It's the Democrats and the current GOP are really equivalent. Everybody does it. Everybody's the same. This is not true, because the GOP unfortunately has been taken over by interests that are not in favor of an American democracy. And if you don't believe that, just remember there was an attempted coup by this party. And if we really looked into the money, of course, it's becoming more and more clearer. We already know that Putin it was behind it. Other countries too, but really it was Putin's Machiavellian and megalomaniacal attempt to gain world power. But we all know what's happening to Russia right now, and Putin, is very sick and may not make it through to next year. And when Russia, in its current autocratic and fascistic state, falls, and I said this in another video, my guide showed me the Russians having, the Russian people themselves having a rebellion and bringing in a democracy or a more democratic Western type government, because without that, their economy is not existent at this point. That is my reading on America's Pulse. On this day, I hope everybody steps back and gives thanks to their mothers and also the mother that we live on, the earth, for giving us life and enjoying the absolute beauty of the season, whether it's spring in our hemisphere or fall in the eastern hemisphere. It is glorious, the changing of the seasons. Okay, the guide or the deck that my guides chose for me is Messenger Oracle deck by Ravynne Phelan, and the card they chose. Oh, this is the. Oh, can you see the cover of the book and also the box it came in, and the card is "We are all connected." We are all connected. We are dependent upon others for life. If we destroy the very thing upon which we depend, we too shall perish. We are all connected. We are all one. Do harm to the natural world and you do harm to yourself. You are more than just a part of the human race. You are a child of Gaia. You are a brother and sister to all life and living things. Love them as you love yourself. Sustain them as you sustain yourself. We are all connected. I want to thank everybody who responded to my shout out to see if you were still subscribed and getting notifications for my channel. And to do that, you want to smash the like button, as they say, and click on the alert bell to be, if you want, to be alerted of my videos. And the reason I did that, I noticed that the views were really way down on my last video. I did it on Elon Musk. And I don't think it was just that people didn't want to watch that. I think it's just the algorithm for for YouTube, that it was not really being distributed the way that my videos have been in the past, because it was way down. And thank you for getting back to me, because some people were not getting notifications, or my video wasn't popping up on their feed the way that it had normally done in the past. But I've been making these videos every Sunday this is my 4th year, except for minor exceptions. One will come up on your feed on Sundays. So if you don't see it in your feeds, check for it, because it's probably there, most likely. I am still available for personal readings. I read on anything in the past lives, future, past and present of this lifetime. I am a medium, and I love to introduce you to your guardian angels. My information is in the description box below, or at the end of the musical interlude, which is coming up. I love you guys. Take care, and happy Mother's Day. And please take time to enjoy Gaia, because truly there is heaven on earth if we stop to realize we are all connected and we live on a paradise. We need to take care of it. Okay, you guys, bye-bye. I'll see you next week, okay?